Greetings to all my comrades of the APC. Today, na the 24th of December 2022, Mina comrade Owankasu. This na the APC online TV platform, and this na the UpFront interview one-to-one with all APC aspirants that would aspire for various positions within the APC. And of course, today, yes, we get another young, politician with the aspire for very, very important position within the diaspora. And with me today, um, this comrade, they now Europe, Sweden, I believe, or Denmark. I'm not quite sure, but instead go come, I can talk to we and introduce himself to we. So if I can bring you in, please, we guess for this very important interview here. So today, over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Comrade Owankasu. Thank you very much to UK and I Online TV for this wonderful introduction, a wonderful opportunity accorded to me for host me, for share out my aspirations to the All People's Congress membership and by extension the Diaspora 6th region. Me na Mohamed Kamara, commonly called Comrade Egalo. I born and hail out na Kenema. I start my schooling na Kenema. I end up for proceed. I go both school. From both school, I come return. I go Frabe College. I study Frabe College. I get my bachelor's degree in business commerce, Department of Economics and Commerce, Social Sciences faculty. Then my parents them apparently settle na Kenema. Na migrants them from the north. Me daddy komo at Onkolili by 91 Mashengbe Yonibana. Me mommy komo na Puloko district Mawil. Unfortunately, during the Ebola outbreak we be lost some and then we be even asked we for and befitting very and in hometown Usaina Mawil Usaobega. So but currently I based na Sweden. Me na the outgoing Secretary General of APC Sweden branch. And then I get a family. I'm married to Mrs. Rashida Berete Kamara, and we dey live together. And then I dey aspire for the Diaspora Young People's Congress Secretary General position. And I want for believe say with this introduction, it sets out clearly who that Comrade Igalo be. Like I tell you, my background, also I hail from Kenema. I go both school, go Frabe College. So I get a very interesting background at Sierra Leone, a mixture of both the south, east, and the northwest. So having short people for vying for short position, I believe it will help a lot for able reach out and mobilize the young people in the diaspora in the country as well.
Now, which position will you they aspire for?
I dey aspire for the Diaspora Young People's Congress Secretary General.
The Diaspora Young People's Congress Secretary General.
General. Yes.
Wow. So you're there within the bracket of the young people then. At the ABC.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. I fall within the age brackets where the new constitution they provide.
So
So
okay,
that so
comrade,
that makes me more qualified.
comrade, why you choose for go for this particular position for the young people secretary general position now the diaspora? Why?
Well, the reason being, as somebody who has been around the party, even back home, I get this history of leadership. Even the days will be the Frabe College, we start from NOAS. After NOAS, we'll graduate university. We were recruited into the APC National Youth League. The days of Comrade Almami Kamara when he was president of the Youth League. Ibebu Brinka were all on board. That time by Mahmoud, we happened for be the outgoing Youth League president. Now be Secretary General Ali Conte and others, they be able recruit we all kinds of Youth League. In After 2012 elections, when we do the convention, I was opportune for serve as deputy propaganda secretary under Bai Mahmoud first time in office, APC Youth League. I learned a lot from him as well. I became public relations officer again for Ministry of Youth Affairs, the first person when they be established Ministry of Youth separate and from Youth and Sport in 2013. Even at university level, I serve in different capacities, in leadership, providing leadership for students, advocating for them. So the issue of me standing for the Secretary General position, a born out of the fact, say, I'm an administrator. I mean, as somebody we believe in bringing people together. I mean, as somebody we equally believe in following processes and procedures, including structures. For respect structures is very key. In fact, at university, some of we the ideology and fraternity where we joined, then teach we how for really, really respect structures and how for maintain those structures for ensure say they become sustainable. And I want for believe say me aspiring for the Diaspora Young People's Congress Secretary General position go give a lot of experience to young people in the diaspora equally, where some of them they just graduate into that youth bracket age they with them within inside the constitution. Then we will learn a lot from we again, we will mentor the back as well. So by the time we say they graduate from that level, within they can take over from we, then we are going to have what we call a continual process of bringing young people into the party. And I believe that is the drive and that is the desire. And I'm so happy that the opportunity is accorded. I don't tender my applications and we dey look forward to foresee wetin the committee will bring forward in terms of vetting and approvals of we candidacy.
Okay, fantastic. Good to hear. You don't call quite a few names, then I also want to also name them within the party where you actually work with under NOAS and of course now the Youth League, now Sierra Leone, the likes of Ambassador Almami A. Kamara, the likes of Bai Mahmoud Bangura, the likes of Ali Conte, and you also talk about you're not administrator and of course you're not a respecter of the structures, so these are very important things them, and of course you're not graduate as well, a young man where you want to aspire for this position. You also don't talk about how you go able for mentor young people and bring come people them when they graduate from that position, they then go be well prepared for themselves for assume the position they want they aspire for, and you go bring kind the difference into this particular thing. In a nutshell, to be honest, you don't talk things the way don't captivate me, and I believe say the viewers them also go be elated by this kind of quick submission we don't make. What are the aspirations of other people that we want this thing? What are them young, which the other one they would aspire for this same position? Would that you think say did they when I would be a threat to this particular position where you they aspire so for?
To be quite honest with you, I haven't seen anybody in flyer yet where himself don't show or express interest for run for this position. I haven't seen it yet. And
So
I know
you actually
equally,
don't pull out your own flyer.
yeah, me flyers and they out. I
You're
don't
not
plan
afraid of
for.
not begin ready so.
Well, I don't know because except to get forget feedbacks from the committee for no would I because I feel say outside transparency and probity go prevail, then go display or maybe give ways update on people who applied for positions them, and we'll go able know who applied for be the diaspora young people's congress secretary general as against me candidacy. But I don't know for now because I haven't seen any flyer yet where they pop up na the media for sure say I have a contender. I haven't seen that yet except otherwise, but we could still go wait and see wetin go be feedbacks from the committee.
Okay, so you currently based in Sweden, right?
Yeah. I based na Sweden and me na the outgoing secretary for APC Sweden branch.
All right, so you actually get an experience already as a secretary now Sweden.
Yeah. From where I come, Sweden,
Uh-huh.
I meet a lot of administrative gaps and all that thing. The person will be there as with secretary.
Uh-huh.
If they don't move on, if they don't migrate to go na Canada. So
Okay.
I was asked to step in
Uh-huh.
for be the acting secretary, and then until we go through convention, it don't be 2 years now. I don't the at least when I all don't see how Sweden don't wake up now in terms of participation in the party.
Okay.
When I don't see Sweden activeness now into the party functions, and one way or the other, I believe say yeah, I can rekindle the spirit again and awake the cause so that at least Sweden will be more recognized and become more active in the political participation of the party.
Fantastic. We noticed that we don't see videos and pictures. In fact, in the last summer, we see man like Poloko what and go there and go visit. And Mr. B actually be
Yeah,
privileged to get an
we'll be
invitation from Sweden
we'll be
brand.
extend an invitation to you as well.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I'll not be able to
yeah. If
return
you
as
dey,
we just
I guess you be there Turkey, you go mix again with party. Come with
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Well, that's quite impressive for CSA. You actually don't serve in that capacity as a Secretary General for the Sweden branch. So you're still a young man, and I think say within that bracket of
Well, it's still the
serving.
Owankasu.
Hmm.
Even being even where are they now at the position of the secretary, I
Yeah.
still will provide an overlapping function in providing leadership for the young people in terms of representation. If they can call, say they want like the youth leader,
Yeah.
I can overlap as well. Try for provide the relevant representation so that Sweden will be well represented in all party participation. So
Fantastic.
it's like it was a dual role I be done they play just for ensure that we get we representations right in Sweden.
Fantastic. And you then look at another young man with the aspire for the chairmanship inside the diaspora for Young People's Congress. When I put Lokobobo, you don't meet him, I believe, and I'm sure when I don't get some kind of one to one for see which everything go happen with the diaspora, right?
Yeah, well, yes. It's interesting though. Initially, my aspiration was I be one the diaspora young people's congress leadership. I be one go for the leadership. But
Okay.
yes, but going along the line, I start for make me inquiries. I start for reach out to chairmen then at the various branches them for express me me desire for
Aspiration.
running for the
Yeah.
position. But fortunately, I come across Putloko Bobo. He's a very interesting guy. He gets a lot of energy. Yeah, they admire him so much because I see the passion in him. So
Yeah.
we spoke about it frankly. He called me, he expressed interest, and I asked him, I said, well, running for this position, I want you from me. What's the vision? What's the desire? He explained to me about was so become so impressed about this because I see the energy where they try for insert for how we work together as a team. And
Hmm.
being that kind person, of course, the experience is there because me don't serve through the respective channels them from APC National Youth League, and I don't there around the vicinity of young people. You understand? Cut across all over Sierra Leone. I've been
Hmm.
around them. I've been to places just for ensure we advocate for young people in those days. But I say he has some energy, and as a young man, himself one go, himself one come for, let people know say we get young people in at the party, we get a lot of potential for provide leadership. So I felt convinced about his position. And I said, okay, well, no problem. I don't mind. I can be the secretary, then you can be the leader. As he say, the chemistry will work well. Because
Fantastic.
because we both get that kind energy and we both believe say the all people's congress get a barrage of reservoirs wey go able take the party come 2023 elections and bring am to power.
This is quite interesting. This now a spirit of camaraderie among una we they aspire for them position there so na the diaspora because we are all under the same umbrella of the APC, and it would be very bad for see comrades them they fight for a position we say 2, 3, 4, 5 people and they go for one position and we they all day under the same political party. For make person like you look at a position like this when at the Young People's Congress na the diaspora chair position. decide for say, you know wetin, I don't see this other young brother of mine who holding at the same party. I don't see in enthusiasm, in zeal way it come with, in as much as I get the requisite capacity and experience for go for that position there, but having sat with him, listen to him, understand, the zeal way he gets, the passion way he gets for serve. So I believe say make him being secretary general, because the secretary general position itself now another powerful position where be say if the chairman succeed, the secretary general get a role for playing that. So I think it's very strategic on your
Yeah,
side
well,
to plan that.
Owankasu. You see, in politics, then they get what they call there are times and seasons in politics. Until people will get content and satisfied mind, we will believe times and seasons in politics. You understand?
Yeah,
Me, come with Igalo, I'm not new in the youth sector. I've been around.
yeah.
You understand?
Hmm.
So allowing somebody like Mr. Mustafa Conte Poloko Bobo, we get a lot of passion. Himself gets ideas them where he wants showcase to the young people at the party, and by
Yeah,
extension the young people at the country.
yeah.
I think say I not for be selfish.
Absolutely.
I get all what it takes for build am up. I get
Yeah,
all what it takes for get the necessary support so
yeah,
that it just cannot be come with Igalo alone.
yeah.
You understand, eh? Because at the end of the day, we get long way for go as young people. And at
Absolutely.
this, not some of the examples there we want let we elders them and then people where they vying for positions try for understand.
Absolutely.
Say it not just get for be you all the time, or it not
Mhm.
just get for you be you pauper. You
Yeah,
get for this political space to others so that the party will dey continue for the get leaders and generational leaders them as in they come by now so then they show up. But for
yeah.
say we dey suppress people them based on the fact say we still want continue for the show up or for they around the party, it
Mhm.
doesn't make sense because
Yeah.
now service you get for it's like a stage. You get for
Mhm.
can you play your own part and build that space there for let other people themselves come play their own part. So
Absolutely.
it's really nice that I
Yeah,
consented
yeah.
working alongside Polo Kobobo. I really
Mhm.
feel proud of him, and as we dey go along the interview, I will kind of explain a lot of things that we dey plan try for put in place for consolidate the young people and support na the diaspora. Then how we will link up that camaraderie to the APC National Youth League and the young people and cut across Sierra Leone. Because
Wow.
the motive here is not just about us in the diaspora. We can't do anything about it. But the nexus for we for able get that kind of chemistry intermixture between us in the diaspora and those locals in Sierra Leone. Because na dey the politics dey. You
Wow.
understand? So
Yeah.
we are building the structures in place. And I can assure you by the time we finish this interview, a lot of people in the party go know say young people in dey will really get not only the desire for serve, but they equally get leadership traits inside them.
Mhm.
And the party no go ever lack leaders dem for continue for uphold the philosophy of the party and developing Mama Salone. I can assure
Wow.
you.
Wow. Wow. Well, having listened to you, where you don't make this submission so far, I'm quite impressed already, and I'm sure the people who are going for view this show definitely go be impressed by this. This is a serious challenge for the one day within at the senior level, where they look for the diaspora chairman, position them, and all of that. For say, if the young people can speak like this, can understand each other like this, can negotiate positions like this, they also have to try and show that example of camaraderie among themselves. At the moment, we see a number of people in the common left, right, and center, flyers and they fly all over the place. People in the fight for one position all over the place. For make person like you, they talk in the manner in which you they talk now, and they can try for put structures them together, put policies them together, project them together for try for connect not only the diaspora young people them, also for prepare them for connect them with the young people in Sierra Leone. It's quite impressive for me. That shows a lot of leadership skill from you with your experience. Having listened to the fact that you gonna both schools, you gonna FBC, you did under the mentorship of people like Bai Mahmoud, Ali Conte, Honorable and Ambassador and Mami Kamara, and coming to Europe and serve as a Secretary General, try for recuperate the gap we've been there, put together. Man, with such experience, a young man like you, trust me, I think,
No,
you don't demonstrate a lot of
Owankasu,
yeah.
I must confess this one that I'm very fortunate for my work abroad. I'm fortunate for meet up. The kind of way God give me, you understand me.
Wow.
She
Wow.
she has been very helpful and it
Oh
does
my
trust in
goodness.
aspiration. Because sometimes there are times challenges that can come. She's not political, but they try to understand how the politics to go. So
Yeah.
understandably, we dey get the flow they go small small. And again,
Wow.
I want for thank the APC Sweden branch chairman, Comrade Philip Toure, for
Uh-huh.
according me the opportunity for last serve diligently the APC Sweden branch. And I want for believe say we relationship thus far has been very good. The we really they coordinate very well and effectively for ensure say we able bring more members them on board and try for consolidate the already membership we get.
Yeah.
This December self we and November we pass the 26th, we begin we end of year meeting and dinner where we bring members and together. It was a free program just
Yeah.
for ensure that we able socialize, and try for maintain the bond and try
Hmm.
for keep the fire burning because we only warm up now. We are all on the chalk line jogging. We did
Yeah.
jog for 2023
Yeah.
because 2023, to be honest with you, we really want for reshape the party and take over governance. And
Uh-huh.
then when we dey take over governance, I want for believe say we dey come in for remedy the situation because the challenges and the anyway, let not take much of it because I know say as time goes on, we go come in into those areas, you know. But I feel overwhelmed with the support from APC Sweden branch, the membership. They have been very cooperative with my leadership as being the secretary, the leadership of the branch. Always the encouragement has been very fantastic. They play that fatherly role to me, So I appreciate every little bit of me political aspiration and me political administrations the one I don dey go through from university level up to date usa dey so na Sweden, so I appreciate everything, so we dey go along small small.
One thing where you say now, so we touch me heart again, that you recognize the support from your wife. Not
Mm.
every politician get the guts for come out in the public for can say, my wife they play a very key role in me successes and me, which is because um it's sometimes some of the politicians is all about them. They ever see the wife come at the limelight, and but for make actually you mention your wife in all of this, that's quite, you know, um I don't know how to express
Owen comes today e very clear. They say charity begins at home. If you no get provide leadership na you host, you no get that kind support, how you wan take over for go provide administration or leadership to people outside? So you just have to, it's meant to be.
I
When
remember.
your spouse they do very well in supporting your aspiration, programs are like this, you just have to, I can't give more than this. You just have to recognize the fact, say,
Absolutely.
I am not alone into this journey. I have my
Absolutely.
backings and I have my support. She got my back and I have to
Absolutely.
recognize that one. Yeah. So
That's very good. That's very good. I remember one time where we been there Polokon at the youth conference where and Skroma be the address some of them flag bearer them where they come out sporadically from all over the corners then of the country, say the one can lead. Some of them they're not able for control and supporters them. Some of them not even able for control themselves. Then they misbehave when they meet up some side. Then they want throw punches at each other. Some of them supporters then they bout against each other. Then when the complaint can meet them, they call them. He say, "Bo, I say una dey pa some kind sonko some side at this place." Then he say, "Eh, pa no to me oh, na me supporter them." So if you own supporter them, you able control them. You own camp where you get, you able control them. Now you one can control the whole country. So if they actually point finger up and certain people them, we don't already don't begin misbehave. They're not able for control their own supporters. Then the supporters they go all over the country. They go infect, cause problem for saying that this person forget, that this person forget. Now they can't talk say one can rule the country. How you go get that capacity for rule the country? You not get the chance for able for even control you. You own small camp where you get. So these are some of the things them. So you're quite right for say yes, charity begins at home, and then
Yeah.
therefore will you be a good leader from the house, then you go able to transform that into your public life and stuff like that. And so far from the time when we don't sabi Comrade Igalo, and he has been very, very articulate, very, very sharp, very, very, you know, prompt into the things the way he do. So me, I'm quite impressed with you, and I'm quite happy that you get people like Poloko Bobo they aspire for a leadership position as well, and you they behind him fully for support him and stuff like that. It's quite good. And over to the diaspora as a region, you see, you get certain people then at the diaspora where they talk say, oh, UK, now then they get this, oh, Europe, then they get this, oh, America, now they get that. So I wanna able for now sort of a balance of power on a they can do, or which I not quite understand.
Yeah. Well, actually, when it comes to issue of um, party business, wetin me learn over the years and based on experience now that forget forget a where political setup, given the geopolitical situation of a country and geographical, you know, it always very much necessary and ideal forget a balance of any political party, forget a balance of how would they form an executive, because you're not able to rule out the fact say region a very important, districts and all other things very important in terms of political decisions. That is the geopolitical nature of a country. It's very important. So like coming to the diaspora, the Young People's Congress, wetin we dey try for build up, and even when the forms dem be there out for a lot of people dem aspire for the respective positions, because we have a whole structure of the young people dem. All positions are open up for let people dem apply. So what we did, know it very well, like I mentioned, relationship with Poloko, but how we don't dey try for build up the diaspora young people. We coordinated it well. We asked ourselves questions. What do we do? Is it just about us? So we begin for reach out to the branches them and try for make inquiries. Young people wey dey wey qualify, we meet the age bracket based on the new constitution. So we made several phone calls and we get the results. I can boastfully tell you, say, based on the applications thus far, we don't go for the Diaspora Young People's Congress, the coordinations that we don't do, the vice chairperson is definitely going to be a woman. We get a woman from America, we na Rose Cherno, we instead be done in at the youth league in America. So we able convince and say let apply for the position of deputy young congress leader for the diaspora. So instead tender in application. Then we take again from everywhere. We take from Liberia, we get Comrade Jibril Koma, where we able instead fall within the age bracket and in a party person. Instead apply for deputy organizing. We get Gambia, we get one content fellow where they go for organizing. So we get Denmark, we get Germany, we able get na of course UK Poloko body can come up from the make they come up from Sweden. We get America on board. You understand? We get everybody on board just for ensure say we get that kind of balance, say each and every branch is represented. We even get Canada. We get one sharp lady again from Canada wey na Patricia Cisse, wey dey come as assistant secretary general. She is very sharp as well. We get one Salima to Hunter from Turkey. You understand?
Hmm?
So yeah, we get female inside right now. We don't apply.
Wow.
Yeah, we get females that we don't apply for positions within the
Wow.
diaspora. So in fact, we don't even establish a WhatsApp group. We will get about we 19 inside it right now. So we just dey wait and see how the process dey go and the elections date and all other stuffs. We get it concluded. We dey go on robust membership drive na the diaspora for able bring and young people them for able support the party, and at the same time, Lord we able put things dem in order. How we go able 2023 elections, how we go able support the flag bearer, and how we go able support the party for win the elections. Because in all of this put together, our focus and drive now for bring the party back to governance. Because we believe
Absolutely.
say now the APC party no more get all
Wow.
what it takes
I am
for the
very,
nation to
very
move ahead.
elated. I am very,
So
very
we
elated.
already get a working plan.
Mhm.
We dey try and we dey pan try for contact back again. The branches then the youth leaders the way they contest for the youth leadership na the branches then we dey pan try for incorporate them back into the group so that we dey get the thing we dey get familiarized with each other. So by the time we conclude the elections, we already don't become a family.
Absolutely.
You
Well,
know, so
it's good.
so far so good.
It's good to hear all of these connection where una dey make. Very, very good for a political party. But before I go to the next questions, I want to remind everybody where they view or we get for view this program for say this now a pre-recorded program where we dey do a one-to-one upfront interview of all the aspirants them where they within the APC who dey vie for various positions then at the APC for make them get the opportunity for showcase themselves to the potential voters them we go for vote for them na the position they within the vie for. We don't interview quite a lot of comrades them from various countries them, including Sierra Leone, and for different position them. But today we get Comrade Mohamed Kamara, aka Comrade Igalo, we the based na Sweden, we na the Secretary General of the Sweden branch, and of course he dey aspire for the Secretary General of the Young People's Congress, na the Diaspora. And of course, na possibly born na Kenema, go na both school, from both school, he go na Afrobi College, and they don't work within the youth league and under the administration of key members then, we na household members them, the Pai Mahmoud, the Ali Conte, the Honorable Almami Kamara, and of course the wonderful chairman of the Sweden branch, we then they strongly behind them. So I encourage everybody where they aspire for any position within the APC. If they want for showcase themselves, the opportunity is here for contact the APC online TV platform. Contact me, Owankasu, contact Sweet Bonita, contact Fatia Samora, contact Delwin Thomas, contact Joseph Saidu Momo Jr., contact Dr. Denke, contact Mr. Mo Bangura from Reading, contact Sheku Stevens, and we are available for communicate with una and go na the opportunity for come na the platform and talk to we about your aspiration. Today we get Comrade Igalo. You will get the opportunity for tell we when the best time for launch this so you self go able for chill, relax, watch yourself, how you dey articulate yourself, and the commentaries that we're going to come na the platform, you will get a chance for respond to them likewise. So over to you, Mr. Igalo. My next question is this. Why not they part this negotiation, calling people from different countries them when they say, okay, you get that position, you get that position, and stuff like that? Does that not defeat what we call election competition, where the APC constitution they tell we say, well, everything now na election. So if na all long negotiate, na don't put in ourselves in a position, na end up for camp, some of the position they go be unopposed. Nobody no go contest for them. That not defeat that spirit of elections and democratic process.
Yeah, Komodo Owankasu. In elections, in political parties, they get what we call consultative democracy.
Now
The
that now
consult
that what they now that what they them people are afraid right now. That
they get what
consultation
yeah, we get
and
what we call
election. They're
consultative
afraid of
democracy. Yeah, consultative democracy not means you dey defeat the purpose of democracy. No, the thing is, we want a very progressive and a steady APC. So in that process, we need for speak truth to power. We need for look at the phases of each and every one. I able talk truth to you and I able know say wetin this man they talk na true dey talk and not for hurt me feelings. We not stop or debar anybody not for contest against any position thus far. na the youth sector and the diaspora. Wetin we do and wetin we dey try for do, because since when dis age brackets come in, it becomes a problem, because majority of pipu wey be don dey na the youth sector, dem don graduate from the age wey dey na the constitution. And you know now how difficult e dey for get young pipu na the diaspora for participate in politics. You know how the western world dey operate. So in dis situation, we become trapped. So all we can do na for ensure we reach out and encourage pipu dem for vying for positions. You understand? Not like say we expunge the each fact say democracy no for prevail. Everybody feel free for contest. For the one that we get access to, we know say dem qualify and they ready for serve, we reach out. That no mean say other people are not go contest against we. No. We still dey
Okay.
look, na make I say we still dey look forward for see
Right.
wetin go be the outcome of applications dem, and how the committee go able make we all understand and know say these are the people who apply for so positions. But
Okay.
for us wey dey in contact with each other, we dey try for build up a team. If even by adventure Comrade Egalo get a contender and we go into elections, I did not succeed, I must be around as well for support the process,
Okay.
because this is not just about APC leadership. We get for provide leadership equally for the country, because the way how the country dey so right now, Sierra Leone, how the young people and dey suffer, wetin dey happen at the country.
Hmm.
Believe in me, we need for coming very strongly for ensure say the right thing is done, regime change, and we advocate for the welfare of the young people. So this is not just a cause about elections, it's a cause about a process where we believe in say the young people dem deserve more na the party and the country. And that is
Okay.
why some of us are in this race.
All right. So let's say hypothetically somebody, another group of people themselves dip and set their own team, we probably a cabal kind of thing or a camp kind of thing. Then they don't set their own team. We like a parallel kind of structure from chairmanship all the way kind of, and then when the election come, they happen for winning all of them, pulling all of them position in the through the elections. How you gonna be able to handle this one, given that you know don't put yourself in this so some kind of positioning, way. For me, I'm really happy for see yeah, he names them like put Bobo and yourself and people from Turkey, that lady from Turkey where you call so, that somebody who I know, and he's having a very vibrant APC person.
Even from America, Comrade Rose, she has been around.
Rose, yes,
Yes.
exactly. Rose also.
Rose actually be don come into the party in America since she was even 15 years old.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what if they can't beat you now for the election there? So another group of people
Like
that
I like I tell you, it's a fair play. This is democracy.
so
You understand?
what's not the practical thing they wanna go do? We wanna don't get yourself out. What you wanna go do in terms of putting in our skills them inside, because this is
It,
not just all about winning. It's about
it's like I tell you, it's all
Mhm.
about supporting the party. I no need for become frustrated or disgruntled if by adventure I no win the elections for be the Diaspora Young People's Congress Secretary General. I've been around the youth sector and I will continue to play my role. It's not just about Igalo in that position. I'm not that kind desperate young man. I always believe say there are times and seasons in life. If I did not
fantastic.
get it now, I know with time, knowing very well my potentials, I will actualize them as time goes by. You understand? So it's not just about these elections. Like I tell you, it's about the future of the party. What do we do to mobilize the young people? What is going to be my role, even if I not be Secretary General, for support the leadership and support whosoever will be secretary, for all come together and work hand in glove for ensure that we bring the party to power and we advocate for the young people for let their welfare be maximized in the next government with the APC go form. So it's not about, like I tell you, I'm not power test, we are not power drunk, we are not forming cabal, but we are reaching out for ensure say we get the right people, the right mindsets. Because don't forget the diaspora region, this is not the first in history. For all get a region on its own, for all get their structures there. So if we don't get it right, and get the right mindset then for able to provide the leadership, at the end of it all, it's going to be very chaotic because time not in our favor. One will they cancel convention, then very shortly we can go to national elections. What is going to be our roles and responsibilities as diasporans? What is going to be our roles and responsibilities as leaders there already? So we have to walk the walk and less the talk. So this
Okay.
is this is my position. My position
Okay.
is very much clear. If I
Okay.
win, I win. If I get
Okay.
another person back again, we go step in. Now, no problem. Yeah, I remain to be Comrade Gallo. That doesn't sway away my support. I've been very consistent with my party, and
That's
I'll
good.
continue to support my party. The most important thing is my party.
Okay, right. With this kind of spirit where you get, and I believe say everybody who don't sit down, I don't negotiate among yourselves, when I get similar spirit. I want to able for transform this kind of spirit to the people then, where they feel aggrieved, where they not get the chance in whether it's an election or whatever. Because I they see big men within the APC, we call themselves stakeholders when they're not happy with something very little, we then can just turn around and say, you know what, let's let it go for the benefit of the party. You they see that they go out of their way for try for stifle this party in progress just because they want their own way, you know, and the kind of spirit we don't demonstrate now. So, you know, you na the youth, level, how you go for kind of help instill them kind of brains, then kind of spirit there so to the big one them we call themselves so-called um stakeholders of the party, what is stifle the
Well,
party progress.
yeah, Commodore and Koso, we all get different way how we view leadership. And we all get different way how some man they take am. You understand? But the only thing we me want say to party stakeholders and those running for positions in this forthcoming APC elections, it has been a while we're not going to democracy. It has been a selection based on the old constitution. Law we try for understand say our party is in a very serious crossroad. All what we need now that it's a give and take situation, that these elections is not just about them, it's not just about us, it's about the future of the country. Because the way the country is now, it is in a very precarious situation. We are not only sitting on a time bomb, but we hang. For any mistake now we do, if we don't get our democracy right inside APC, for provide leadership in that country, trust me, if we allow the sitting government as a failed political establishment for continue, believe you me, posterity go judge those wey dey undermine the process. And
Then
my
then
message
it will
and
be
my
too late for
message
some of us.
and my message to them is very simple. I will give an example. Leadership na God dey give. For anybody wey get God in heart, wey prayerful, wey believe in God, wey believe in destiny, e believe in faith. You understand? You for always know say who side God want you for be na dey for be. If God no want you under, there are times na small mistake you dey do, dey sleep over, other person can take over. A typical example is the 2018 elections. When we go into party convention, nobody knew and nobody thought of Dr. Samuel Kamara for emerge as flag bearer, even though it was a selection. But how did that happen? When other players and they will be done, they work towards that thing. But at the end of the day, God touched somebody in heart and anoint her say, now this person awale points, now this person awale pick is the person. Even though we go to the elections, there were challenges, you understand? But yet still, we contested the elections very tight. But at the end of the day, they say Julius Maada President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. We see that they tell you say in leadership when it comes to that higher echelon, God gets in you designed. You not for be frustrated if you are not chosen. You not for be frustrated or become so aggrieved with the very structures wey tomorrow dem say that goat wey na you get for was no allow am go na potopoto. So the message very simple and clear. Let's go into these conventions with a clear mind and open mind. Let's be calm and honest to one another. If you lost and you feel say it was malpractice, take the courage because that malpractice should have equally favored you. if now you God be mark say now you for be the leader of that particular position. But if e no favor you, no matter how malpractice take place, trust me, something must happen wey go sway away and turn the destiny to another person. That is why we don't force it and we don't push it for go too extreme. So I'm encouraging party functionaries, those who are aspiring for positions, let's all be calm and honest to the APC and the people of the country. At this dying moment, all what we need go into this convention, either lose, either we let's embrace one another. We no need for begin go disgruntled, call we supporters and at the various districts there. Hey, this district now turn this because that's what happens in 2018 elections. So find out say there was voter apathy. Whereas this district feel offended, say now then you turn, they no give them, then turn and go the other side. The issues of choosing leaders, for come by district, for come by region, faith or stations, or religion or tribe. It has to be competent, efficiency, and somebody will really get the anointing. Because you they see the anointing, they can be in the person, say this person is going to be. So that is what we should accept. And let's remain reserved when we dey go into these conventions and believe say if I no win, let turn me back and congratulate the one we win. And the one we win, let turn him back and talk say yes, we fought a good fight. At the end of the day, we are all comrades. Let's work hand in glove and ensure say we pull SIPP common apart. Because Owankasu, the way Salon dey right now, bro, it's awful. The challenge is just we are tired of the excuses. We
Absolutely,
cannot
absolutely, brother.
continue, we cannot continue to have those excuses from one point to
Absolutely,
another.
absolutely.
So the only political party that has the capacity and that has the history of reforming Sierra Leone, that has the history of developing that country, is the
Yeah,
All People's Congress.
absolutely, my brother.
So the next echelon of political administration, political leadership in that country should be occupied by a member of the All People's Congress.
Absolutely, I
Because
got
the
you.
SNDP have failed us, then they not only succeed for failure, but they succeed back again for harass with democracy.
Yeah.
And this has to stop because the whole world is watching.
So, another thing we I want for ask because these elections where they come take place, so the diaspora elections where they talk about now, so the location of these diaspora elections, people are suggesting that it's going to be in Freetown, Sierra Leone. Una always they aspire so for these positions then. Una actually get for finding a way to Sierra Leone for the day. Una will get the chance for which day in time and I wanna see them for happen. Una trust that process we go for happen at Sierra Leone.
Yeah, it all boils down around sacrifice. It boils around sacrifice. I will emphasize the word sacrifice. If you believe in something, you know say this thing gets tendency for liberate people, and this thing gets a lot of potential for create reforms. We know we'll continue for sit down for the grumble with the status quo of the SLPP. The way we can for choose leadership, we don't want sacrifice the venue or location. To me, it doesn't matter. The venue or
So if
location
you
to me,
if you
it
if you
doesn't
happen
matter.
any part of the world, you go able for which day for go
As
contest. Yeah,
as long as it pleases the status quo,
yeah.
we just get for sacrifice. You understand? For ensure say we physically present and we ensure we get for trust the process definitely.
Well, this is the
Because
question I wanted to ask. If you are going to
we
be
just get for you see, like I tell
okay,
you, the issue of trust, not to something where you just dey go grab like that. The process get for happen, then from that point we go able learn lessons and see wetin we go able improve on in the next one. So
okay,
this one is very challenging because now it's democracy. Any kind way, because see these are things we not used to do before. It has
mhm,
always been like that selection. But so coming to this one when a democracy, it definitely get forget challenges and irregularities.
all right,
What we need for do, we just need for exercise restraint, patience, and calm.
okay,
Because all wetin we dey try for do now, now forget this process done and we unify the party and we move forward. So
So
the venue, because I speak to the diaspora representative few recently, inform me say the diaspora convention, the regional convention, will be on the 19th of January, and it will be free time. Even though there are times constraints, the schedules then tight, you get for take excuse from your job, you get your family, you get other things then for do, the time too short. But what do we do? If
okay,
we say if we say if we say SLPP is not doing the right thing at the country, well, what do we do to put our house in order? We just get for sacrifice.
yeah,
So it's all
okay,
about sacrifice, for long
okay.
we ensure so we go through this process and ensure
So
say, we get we house then ready and
so
try.
there's no, you know, they envisage anything like any sonko at all from what you they talk so. You know, they envisage anybody if I can create any problems at all if
Well,
we.
I cannot assure you or guarantee you of those things because this is democracy. More especially, it's a political party stuff. You just get for express, you get just get for experience those things. The only thing no more we go say, let it don't have a spillover effect we go affect the process.
Mhm.
You understand? But then
Yeah,
after Jamot say here and there, it bound for happen.
okay,
Even in SLPP, even in governance, it happen. So why not? So these are things I will not guarantee you. I will not guarantee you, and I will not go even stick my neck for that. Say we'll not go get one or two half Jamot. But I believe in the spirit of the APC that calmness will prevail, maturity will prevail, that we will go through this process and will become triumph and ready for first big battle.
fantastic. Well, viewers, you have been listening to Mohamed Kamara, aka Comrade Igalo from Sweden, the Secretary General, aspiring for the Secretary General position of the Diaspora Young People's Congress of the APC. With me, Mina Comrade Owankasu, and this is the APC online TV platform and the mouthpiece of the diaspora. This is the one-to-one upfront interviews of all aspirants that they aspire for positions them inside the APC. We'd encourage everybody with aspire, make a contact with for can join we and talk about himself. So far, this has been a very electrifying interview with this young man who they aspire for the Secretary General position. I want to wish you good luck into this one, and as well as all the other members that they aspire. We know they say good luck to one person and left the other one then. You
Sure,
understand?
sure.
But we are coming to the last few bits of this particular interview, and I'm sure the one that will view, trust me, go really, really appreciate, your submission we don't make so far. And I want to make when they launch this one, make them share them wide, very wide for let everybody see them because you're not only don't try for sell yourself, but you also don't put out some very, very important things them. We're not only for the diaspora, but for every politician and for the people that will they vote. Looking at people that will they talk about my own section. People are talking about a district now, so then they talk about their own section inside the district. Oh, if you not represent, we not get possible they represent you in a problem. We not go with them, then they go get voter apathy because of their own section not represented. These are things where people can get for understand. It's about the whole. It's about the whole thing, not half, not one side. So I really, really appreciate waiting you don't submit so far. You don't demonstrate a real spirit of leadership, quality, experience into this short time way I don't talk to you. So, but I want to give you few minutes for finally seal 'em, for talk to the one that winner the potential voters them. Talk to the people the way they for conduct this election. Talk to this platform, talk to everybody in a nutshell. Sell yourself. Tell we the comrade Igalo intention and why make it aspire and all of these things. Put everything in a nutshell for we in a few minutes. Then we wrap them up. Over to you.
Okay. Thank you very much once again, Comrade and Koso. I'm very pleased and I appreciate the fact say wanna create this platform, the You Can I online TV broadcast. Comrade Delwin, Comrade Mo, Banguea, your very self, Comrade Bonita, and others, and the rest of the team behind the scene. I want for use the opportunity for thankuna and wish you a Merry Christmas for this now holiday and festive period.
Yeah.
Um, Let me just round up by summarizing and calling the attention of the voters we therefore register themselves na Freetown for the Diaspora Regional Convention that Comrade Igalo is here and I'm here to serve. I'm very humble and I want for believe say I already don't go through the constitution of the party. I don't see the functions and responsibilities of the diaspora region and how the young people themselves then factor them into the diaspora region. They I can assure them that whosoever or people will get for emerge victorious at the end of the day for serve and provide leadership at the diaspora. Come with Igalo, I'm always available and ready for provide whatever service needed for ensure say we able rekindle the spirit of the party in the diaspora region. And as a young man who believes in the leadership structure, as a young man who believe in respecting and upholding structures, I want to believe that if they give me the opportunity for serve as the Young Congress Secretary General at the diaspora region, we will provide a lot of administrative support and we will able mobilize the young people and bring them on board, not just about numbers, financially as well. We will able contribute for support the party, support whosoever will emerge as flag bearer in the next delegates conference. We will ensure we reach out to each and every branch, try for organize programs and then try for bring young people on board because forget young people are now at within the age bracket extremely difficult now the diaspora. So all we need now for all reach out to the branch chairman them, work with them as well, work with the existing structures and try for ensure say we able get young people who then we able bring come into their folds and we incorporate them into the diaspora young people's congress structures. And I want for as well say we're having a very good working relationship. Myself and Poloko Bobo, we are in this together. We are working as a team, and the rest of the crew, the deputy youth leader, Comrade Rochalo, Patricia, Salimatu, Jibril, the likes of Capon, VP, and others. We are all working very closely. And I want to send this message as well to the National Young People's Congress, now Freetown. And I've seen names. These are people that I know. I'm familiar with them. We've been around the party. Let them not allow big people for screw them up, for create unnecessary tensions amongst themselves. They don't say even the young people are not participate democracy in APC. So this is the first time. All waiting they need for do if you are not chosen by the delegates or then going to convention you lost, don't point fingers at people. Don't blame people. You for no say now your time not come. You might lose the presidency in the youth league this time around, but maybe as time goes by in the future, maybe something you get other position where probably God go fortune you for let you serve. So in all of this put together, I want for summarize say the Young People's Congress who they try for build na the diaspora. We get for work hand in glove with the National Young People's Congress na Freetown and all the structures them right across the country. We get the capacity, we get the knowledge, and I want for believe say with the backings of the diaspora region leadership, that is why we are very key and meticulous about people who are going to come on board na those positions. We want let the delegates then know say this is not about self. This is not about I know this person. This is not about knowing this person or this is not a fact. This is my friend. Let's go into that convention and vote for people who are competent for can deliver now the region and the party. Because the diaspora continue for remain the hub of the party in terms of financing the party, in terms of donations, mobilizations, the diaspora has been very key. And this is the first time in history for law we get a region on its own and we can't get elections. So let's decide on people who can come and serve. Not of people who go hold on to positions at the end of the day, they cannot serve, they are not available. We need people who are ready because this is going to be a very big challenge for us. We are very close to national elections, and we need the diaspora support so dearly for ensure we vindicate the country right now from its current political and socio-economic entanglement. So the only option we have is for us to come together. Elections is about give and take. Elections is about win or lose. If you lose, it doesn't mean that's the end of a political journey or political career. It has to be not my time. If your time not reach now, if you no say in the future, you get time. Long life and well body, I believe say the APC, trust me, with the kind of zest where they see, the kind of anxiety where they see in people. Remember when they say applications don't open for let people go apply for positions, go pay at the banks. The informations that we they get, the way I will see the massive support, massive people coming out, that tells you the APC is ready to form government come 2023. It's not just about, like I say, these conventions the way they happen, it's not just about us as a party, but it's about the people of Mama Salon. The people are suffering. There is dire need of regime change because the administration of President Bill don't successfully fail we. If they don't fail we, like how dem dey rumor and say dem for repeat, we forget an NR, never return. Because Sierra Leone is a very small country. We don't go continue for Sidon at a time bomb, whereas we get that capacity and we get people that we readily dey for provide leadership na the country. And I can assure the people of Sierra Leone that when once we go through with conventions as a party, trust me, we are going to provide the leadership na the country. We cannot guarantee say we can solve all the problems most immediately, but I believe say we go able cushion a lot of things them. We don't make even the skyrocketing of the dollar, the currency. These are all things we are a very big concern to us as a party.
Right.
And I believe say we are just like I tell you, come with Igalo. I am into this race. It's not about myself. It's not about, but it's about the young people of Mama Salon and those who are delegates. Invest your votes in Comrade Igalo, and I can assure you that you have what we call a good governance. If you invest your votes in Comrade Igalo,
Hmm.
your dividend will
Yeah.
definitely be good governance, administrative support, and a lot of bringing, like I tell you, bringing young people into the folds is going to be our primary motive and drive. And we
Okay.
are going to be all over the place just for ensure we mobilize the young people and the diaspora support. Like I tell you, we
Okay.
cannot detach our functions and responsibility for equally provide leadership in supporting the Young People's Congress and Freedom
Okay.
because we are all part of this chemistry. We are going to work hand in glove for support each other, support the big one them, and for ensure say the APC come 2023 elections, enough for big one off.
Okay.
For kick them once and for all.
All right.
We can
Thank
and
you.
we will only do that when we are readily and we position the right people for if we can advocate for the cause of people that really suffer in the country. But
Okay.
Comrade Gallo is in this race, like I repeat, I'll reiterate this point. It's not just about me, but it's about the young people and about us all together, irrespective of our faith stations, tribes, regions, and other thing. It doesn't matter. Invest your vote in Comrade Gallo, and your
Okay.
dividend will be a good governance and good administrative setup in the Diaspora Young People's Congress.
Fantastic. You've landed. You've landed. Comrade Gallo, I felt touched. I felt emotional. I felt, goosebumps all over me. In your last submission, and I want to take this opportunity for tell you plenty, plenty thank you. And I want we don't launch this pre-recorded video. Make
Okay,
you
Comrade
take
Ankos, 1 minute
it
before
or
before we
share them
before you go.
all over,
Yeah,
all over the place.
before you go, may I equally use this opportunity to thank the APC branch Sweden. I want to thank them, the chairman, from the chairman now to go to the general membership, their unflinching support to my aspiration. They have been there for me. They done the route all throughout for me. And I want to thank them for their support. and as I dey leave the party secretariat na Sweden branch now, I'm sure we prepared people we will come back. Like I tell you, there is not going to be any vacuum. You will see another person coming, really ready for ensure say the structures continue for exist.
Okay.
And I want to thank Sweden branch. I want to thank my wife and my family
Okay.
again for their
Fantastic.
support. You know,
Thank you very much. This platform really, really appreciate your submission and your appreciation to quite a lot of people them within the APCU branch and Sierra Leone and the diaspora. And like I said, I really, really want to make this video on some of them videos there, so then submission as we make go as far as possible, as wide as possible. And this platform really, really want to thank you for the time you take for come actually sell yourself to the voters then. Well, we all wishing a good luck in all this
thank
aspiration
you.
that you do. And I wish we can get time for go further, but we can kick off straight away with another program will start in the next 15 minutes. So I want to tell you plenty, plenty thank you. And in all what we do, we'll continue to do the good where we can, in all the ways we can, to all the people we can, and for as long as we can. And let we continue for support APC for let we get victory come 2023. So I want to hand that over to the technical team for wrap up, and then we will call it a day. Thank you very much, Comrade Igalo.
Thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry
All the
Christmas to
best.
young people in the diaspora region and a prosperous new year. And for thank you now.
Thank you very much. Thanks.